Oh, hello, great readers. I'm Belchan.
I'm Nimikung.
I'm Banchan.
In this class, I'll read to all of you. Top 5 The Jackal of A Tale of Two Cities, Book the Second Golden Thread.
Ass.
Ah.
A Tale of Two Cities, Book the Second Golden Thread. Charles Dickens. Top 5 The Jackal. Those were drinking days, and most men drank hard. So very great is the improvement time has brought about in such habits. Solo in the course of a night, without any detriment to his reputation as a perfect gentleman, would seem, in these days, a ridiculous exaggeration. Its back-channeling propensities. Neither was Mr. Stryver, already fast-shouldering his way to large and lucrative practice, behind his compeers in this particular, any more than in the drier parts of the legal race. A favourite at the Old Bailey, and at the sessions. Mr. He mounted. Sessions and Old Bailey had now to summon their favourite, especially to their longing arms. King's Bench. The forward countenance of Mr. Stryver might be daily seen, bursting out of the bed of wigs, of flaring companions. It had once been noted at the bar that while Mr. Stryver was a glib man, and an unscrupulous, and a ready, and a bold, he had not that faculty of extracting the essence from a heap of statements, which is among the most striking and necessary of the advocate's accomplishments. But a remarkable improvement came upon him as to this. The more business he got, the greater his purse seemed to grow of getting at its pith and marrow. And however late at night he sat carousing with Sidney Carting, he always had his points at his fingers' ends in the morning. Sidney Carton, it also the most unpromising of men, with Stryver's great eye. What the two drank together, between Hilary Term and Mitchelmas, might have floated a kingship. Stryver never had a case in hand. Anyway, but Carton was there, with his ends in his pockets, staring at the ceiling of the court. They went the same circuit, and even there they pawned their usual orgies late into the night. And Carton was remarked to be seen at birthday, going home stealthily and unsteadily to his lodgings, like a dissipated cat. At last, it began to get about, among such as were interested in the matter, that although Sidney Carton would never be a lion, he was an amazingly good jackal, and that he rendered suit and service to Stryver in that humble capacity. 10 o'clock. Sir, said the man at the tavern, whom he had charged to wake him in the clock. 10 o'clock. What do you mean? Yes. Sir. What? I remember. Very well. After a few efforts to get to sleep again, which the men dexterously combated by stirring the fire continuously for 5 minutes, he got up, tossed his hat on, and walked out. He turned into the temple, and then, having revived himself by twice pacing the pavements of King's Bench Walk and Paper buildings, turned into the Striver chambers. The Striver clerk, who never assisted at these conferences, had gone home, and the Striver principal opened the door. He had his slippers on, and a loose bed gown, and his throat was bare for his greater ease. He had that rather wild, strange, stared mocking about the eyes, which may be observed in all free livers of his class, from the portrait of Jeffreys downward, and which can be traced, under various disguises of art, through the portraits of every drinking age. You are a little late, Marie, said Striver. About the usual time. They went into a dingy room lined with books and littered with papers, where there was a blazing fire. A kettle steamed upon the hob, and in the midst of the wreck of papers a table shone, with plenty of wine upon it, and brandy, and rum, and sugar, and lemons. You have had your bottle, I perceive. Due tonight, I think. I have been dining with the day's client. That was a rare point. Then that he brought to bear upon the identification. How did you come by it? I thought he was rather a handsome fellow, and I thought I should have been much the same sort of fellow. Mr. Striver laughed till he shook his precocious paunch. You and your luck. Say nay. It worked. Suddenly enough, the Jackal loosened his dress, went into an adjoining room, and came back with a large jug of cold water, a basin, and a towel or two. Steeping the towels in the water, and partially wringing them out, he folded them on his head in a manner hideous to behold, sat down at the table, and said, Not much boiling down to be done tonight. Marie, said Mr. Striver, Ellie, as he looked among his papers. There they are. Denny. The drinking table. While the Jackal sat at his own paper-bestrewn table proper, on the other side of it, with the bottles and glasses ready to his hand. Both resorted to the drinking table without stint, but each in a different way. The lion for the most part reclining with his hands in his waistband, looking at the fire, or occasionally flirting with some lighter document. The Jackal, with knitted brows and intent face, so deep in his desk, and groped about for a minute or more before I found the glass for his lips. 2 or 3 times the matter in him became so knotty. To be continued.